So the Las Vegas Aces have lost basically their entire team. Almost their entire team is gone. They've lost basically everyone. If we want to look at the Vegas Aces team from last year, who's still remaining? The MVP, Jackie Young, Chelsea Gray. That is it.
What if I told you that the MVP of the Las Vegas Aces, jaWilson, isn't just their star player, but their biggest problem? Wilson's leaked interview is sending shockwaves through the league, exposing the rot at the core of the championship team that's imploding right before your very eyes.
She got tired of Vegas. You know what? She wanted to get away from Becky Hammond and jaWilson too, probably, dog. I'm not saying that's the case, but that's what it's looking like. A lot of these players is trying to get up out of her. Tiffany Hayes was the latest one yesterday. No, I believe somebody else left after her. Now, I think Alyssa Clark might be gone. But make no excuses about it, bro. These women want to get away from Vegas.
We are left with a shell of a roster right now. They have to fill out every other spot. They have a not top 5 roster in the W, and they have to fill out every other spot with...
It wasn't a championship locker room, Wilson said. But here's what's got everyone talking. It's not just what she said, it's what happened. Next, the mass exodus that followed is rewriting the future of the WNBA. Want to know the entire scoop behind what Wilson said and how one interview reveals how a dynasty crumbled? Are you ready? Let's go.
I'm going to go out there and I'm going to try to be the best. I get y'all saying best player in the world. That's great. It looks great. But I want to be the best person. I want to be the best teammate, because that's how I get the best out of my team. I want to be great for you guys. No offense, but I want to be great for my team. I want to be great for this franchise. It is hard as shit. It is hard as shit, because there's tons of people that want to break you down. Great teams in this league that are going to try to come after you every single night. But when it comes to taking accountability, I have no problem in that. Because I want to be great. I want to be great for my teammates. So yes, it can start in practice. Yes, it starts in training camp. Yes, it starts in the wins and the losses. But I'm not going to stop. I'm going to continue to challenge myself and my teammates every single day. Because when you're talking about greatness, it starts with consistency.
jaWilson, the OneBuzz reigning MVP and 2-time champion, sitting down for what should be a routine interview with a renowned Las Vegas Journal journalist. But what comes next? It's anything but routine. As the conversation begins, Wilson starts talking, and at first it's all smiles and championship memories, but then something shifts. The air in the room changes, and suddenly Wilson drops a truth bomb that has everyone's jaws on the floor.
Saying, oh, like if you want to win, why would you ever leave the Aces? Because the Aces aren't that good. Simple as that. The amount of people that are saying, oh, the Aces are like this absolute super team still. Oh, they got Jewel Lloyd. Wow, they got somebody who shoots 26% from 3 and 36% from the field and is like not struggling and unrivaled. For every good game, she has 2 bad games. Like, it's as simple as that. For every good Jewel Lloyd game, she has 2 bad games at this stage in her career.
It starts with me, and it's going to always be with me, because I have 11 other women in that locker room that I need to pull greatness out of. So that's where it goes from. If it's talking more, is it trying to fly on the court, is it being a defensive presence? I'm going to be that every single day for my team, because I want them to be great. Not just for rings and banners, because I know the potential that we have in our locker room. So
it wasn't a championship locker room. Wilson admits, her voice heavy with the weight of her words. I mean, out the gate going into training camp, I was like, we ain't got it. Can you believe it? The star player of the Las Vegas Aces, the team that seemed unstoppable, just confessed that they were doomed from the start.
We have to get better. We have to really take a sharp look at ourselves, look ourselves in the mirror, see our shortcomings, and then, you got to make the moves necessary, whatever that means, to put the best product that we possibly can. It's not going to be the same group probably next year. It just won't. And I'm sad about that, because I really like that group. They were a pain in my ass, but I was a pain in their ass.
Well, I mean, Becky Hammond, you were right. Congratulations, but did you really think it would be this different?
But that's not all. Wilson doesn't stop there. She goes on to spill about tension, egos, and a team that just couldn't click. It's the kind of locker room drama that would make reality TV blush. And here's where it gets really juicy. Wilson reveals how she knew they weren't a championship locker room before the season even started. She even talked about how she spoke with fellow stars Jackie Young and Chelsea Gray, that the team needs more leadership on and off the floor next season. Talk about calling out your team.
Guys, the Las Vegas Aces are looking a whole lot lighter after some of these trades and free agency signings that have happened. And guys, it's leaving the bench to look a little sparse.
Remember to Staley Wilson's college coach? Well, she taught Wilson a valuable lesson about winning teams. According to Wilson, a championship-caliber team should look sound and feel a certain way. And guess what? According to their self-proclaimed leader, they have failed this test miserably. It's like they were trying to build a house of cards in a hurricane. It was never going to stand.
Me and Kate and me, we're as great as we can be. Me and Kate and me, we're as great as we can.
Let's start with Alicia Clark. According to Ramona Shelburne of ESPN, the Aces wanted to bring back Alicia Clark. But when Seattle came a-knocking, Alicia was like, you know what? I would love to go back to my WNBA home, which is Seattle. Now, guys, if y'all don't know, Alicia Clark won 2 titles with the Seattle Storm in 2018 and 2020. And now at 37 years old, she is looking to bring her 3-and-D game back to Seattle.
As the interview continues, Wilson's frustration becomes palpable. She talks about trying to fix things game after game, but nothing worked. I always told myself every game, we're going to get there, we're going to check each box. But we didn't. She confesses it's like watching a car crash in slow motion. You know it's going to end badly, but you can't look away.
Yesterday, the Indiana Fever let it be known that Sid pretty much is officially signed, man. She officially signed. She spoke with reporters, let everybody know why she has to sign it.
What is going on in their locker room? Like, this Aces team is falling apart. This is not a coach that I would want to play for.
Let's talk about that semifinals loss to the New York Liberty. Wilson reflects on the team's performance, saying you're constantly just in the moment and thinking about how to get better and what can you do more to provide for your team. The reality, it seems like all that thinking didn't translate into action. The Aces' key players combined for a measly 28 points in that crucial game. Talk about dropping the ball when it matters most. But wait, there's more. Wilson, in her infinite wisdom, shares her thoughts on addressing issues in the locker room. It's going to get nipped in the bud when we feel it, she says. Oh, really, Asia? Because from where we're sitting, it looks like those issues grew into a full-blown forest while you were busy feeling them.
So, for all Aces fans, it's over. It's over. It's over. The reign of the Aces is over. I understand the shortest dynasty in the history of the sport of basketball. You know, I've never heard of a dynasty that won 2 championships and then was done, because you're seeing all the ring-chasing free agents getting out of it.
Something about the way she plays the game, her passing, her shooting, that people really identify with. I really feel like we're poised and we're set up for a great, successful next era of Fever basketball.
As the interview winds down, Wilson tries to soften the blow of her brutal honesty. I love my teammates so much, she says, her voice filled with emotion. But let's be real, after everything she's just revealed, those words ring about as hollow as the AC's trophy case is about to be. The interview ends, but the damage is done. Wilson's words hang in the air, a confession that explains everything that came after the exodus of players, the collapse of a dynasty, the fall of the mighty Aces. It all traces back to this moment, to these revelations that paint a picture of the Aces locker room this entire past season.
The future is so bright, and our ultimate goal is to hang another banner in the field house. And our ultimate goal is to come back in here after we win that championship and celebrate again like we did in 2012.
Are you in a position where you can add some pieces?
Yes, we are. We're definitely in a position. And I would think that if you are a smart basketball player and you watch the way she plays, you would want to play with her.
Wilson's words didn't just hang in the air, they sparked a mass exodus. Remember when the Aces were the dream team everyone wanted to join, when veterans would take minimum contracts just to win a ring with Las Vegas? Well, that dream has turned into a nightmare, and now players can't wait to wake up and get out. The Aces roster, once the envy of the league, is crumbling faster than a sand castle being washed by the wave. One by one, key players are packing their bags and heading for the exits. But why is it just coincidence? Or is there more to this story? Let's break it down. It all started with Kate Martin, a fan favorite and promising young player. The Aces left her unprotected in the expansion draft, and faster than you can say jackpot, the Golden State Valkyrie snatched her up. It was a significant loss for the Aces, and fans were left scratching their heads.
You know, a lot of people say that Caitlin Clark moves the needle. That is wrong. She is the needle. She dictates. We all know what she's done on the floor. It's history, right? But off the floor, my goodness.
I'm ready to proclaim the Indiana Fever as your WNBA champs.